So without further introduction, Maureen, why don't you take it away? I can't wait to see the slides you're sharing, the photos, and just to tell us more about the story and the heart of Wisteria. Thank you so much, Maureen.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. It has totally been a pleasure for me working as community relations manager for Wisteria Place since, well, it's been over a year now. Things definitely slowed down and we didn't quite keep the pace that we were hoping for with the changes in 2020, but let me tell you, we've stayed on the track. And I too, you mentioned heart, and I, no kidding, this call, seeing everybody out here, a lot of you have spoken with Gurpreet, and Gurpreet, you need to wave and say hi to, so there she is.
Morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And I just wanted to say, if you don't have given me your contact information, just shoot me a little message on the chat, or you guys can give me a call after our Q&A.
Thank you, Gurpreet. And I know we have found in past, some people aren't sure how they can see other people on the screen. Use your view, and it's the little gallery button that looks about 9 little squares or dots in a row, and that can help you navigate and get to see more faces. Anyways, welcome to everyone. A pleasure to see and meet some of you for the first time, but a lot of you have met before. Here we are. This is us, Wisteria Place, the community, not quite in the community, but that's to come. So we have 1 hour today, and some of you are new, and we will be posting this for new people as well. I intend to cover some of the basics that you are very familiar with, some of you. For some others, it will be new. We will be covering the basic information about Wisteria Place today, and we will also close off with information about suites and deposit process and layouts and whatnot. And let me tell you, we so appreciate your patience, because we know a lot of you have been really waiting and looking forward to that, because hey, new life in a senior community in Steveston is very exciting and a big change for a lot of people. So I will speak at times quickly, but I'll do my best to cover all the details. We are definitely hoping for Q&A time. So I will be going through some slides, sharing information, and closing off, hoping to give you a chunk of time at the end of our session here to ask your own questions. And let me just say that if you don't get a chance before 11 to get everything answered, Gurpreet and I are here for you. We will be accepting calls and emails, but we do know that this kickoff is going to mean a lot of traffic, especially in the beginning as people are really actually making decisions. So bear with us. We have you all in mind, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. We want to make sure people's questions do get answered. And we want to help you get the resources and things you need should you actually decide that Wisteria Place is going to be your new and exciting home. So all that being said, I just want to say a little bit about us. You know, probably we are an independent living senior community in Steveston. We began from a dream from members of the Steveston Buddhist Temple. That temple's been in Richmond for over 100 years. And members of that group really had a dream to bring people together and give back to the community, where in a community people can live with life in harmony. We are an ecumenical community, open to everyone. It's an inclusive environment. And I'm really grateful that that dream became more than that. and partnered now with Optimal Living Communities, for which Gurpreet and I work. And Optimal Living Communities is a managed senior living management company run by its 3 owners, principals, and they are grounded in awesome human values, and it makes Gurpreet and I extra grateful for the opportunity to work with them, and super grateful to know that the combination of the Beginning Dream and Optimal Living being who they are really makes our job even better, and we feel confident that people who want to come and live in Wisteria Place are going to be super well cared for. Just a quickly, Optimal Living is a Canadian company. They have over 1,000 beds or suites in Alberta and BC, and they too stand for, well, everyone feeling at home, doing things right, upholding dignity, working together, and welcoming people home. So that's Gurpreet and I stand by that one too, and we're welcoming you today and look forward to where that's going to lead. So that being said, little bit of history. Here we are. Construction's coming along. We are almost there, and looking at people moving in June, July of this year, and we know that that will probably be a little bit dictated by what's going on with COVID, how many people can move in every day and all of that. But let's get on and talk about our community. So bear with me. Nothing like a Zoom meeting and PowerPoint presentations. I want to make sure that you can see well the slides that we have prepared for you today. So bear with me. I'm going to share my screen. And here it comes. I'll tell you one fun thing with this is, you know, when you're on Zoom, along the top of the screen, there is a bar, and it makes it difficult to manage certain things, but hey, we're almost there. All right. Can everybody see?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Great.
Okay. So here we go. This is a rendering. So it's a real photo. Whoops. We've got to stay with that. A real photo, but they have put the Wisteria Place building in the middle there. So you can see that we back onto the park. And if you look at this clump of trees that's closest to our building, that's the area where there's 2 off-leash parks for those of you who are pet friendly. And the trees that go all around the park, there's a pathway. So if you see, just coming out the back of our place, you can walk along the pathway and go straight to Steveston Community Center. You can walk out to Number 1 Road. And here we have this awesome village with everything you would need, from stores to doctors, different medical practitioners, and banks. And of course, right here, you have beautiful walkways right along the river. So we couldn't ask for a better neighborhood. Just a reminder for muting, because I know it's sometimes difficult to hear. Anyway, so this is our Gary Street here and the entrance into Wisteria Place. Outdoor visitor parking here. And as you drive along further here, you'll get to our parking, and I'll show you a better shot of that later. But this gives you an idea of what our community is going to look like. And in the center here is where our courtyard will be. So this direction is facing north. Here we're facing east. This direction is south, and over here is west. All right. So I know I've got to keep moving quickly. So we're neighboring the Steveston Riverside Village. This just shows you right at our back door. We've got even whale watching tours. And here we have our beautiful modern community. I'm going to let you take a little look and imagine that we're all there right now today. You will see this is the front door. This is where we'd walk in if you were walking from Gary Street. We'd come this way and go in the front door. To the right in the front door, the glassed area, you can see our dining area where meals will be served 3 times a day. If you were to walk in the front door and turn left, it's all windows. There's a lovely seating area for people to hang out. And our concierge reception area, offices and admin is also right behind as you walk in to the left. I'm going to say, if you were to keep going to the left, you would come to our amenity space, which I will show you later for things like fitness classes and whatnot. To the left front outside, this area is just a lovely landscaped area. So if you have a suite facing north, you're actually looking out at a lovely landscaped space with distance from the road. It's peaceful, very nice. So that's that area there. I'm going to say, when you hear us talk about terraces and balconies, which almost all of our suites will have one or the other, the terraces are on the 2nd floor. And if you're looking along the outside here, it's called a terrace because it doesn't have closed in walls like the balconies above, but there are partitions between the suites, and there will be some planting as well along that area. The terraces are only on the 2nd floor, and it's only balcony on the 3rd and 4th. Oops, sorry, I guess I need to keep moving here. Anyways, you'll see at the back is Steveston Park. If you were to be in your car coming in from Gary and going along this way, you're going to head to the back left, and that's where you would come to the underground secured, safe parking for yourself. Residents who want a parking spot, it's $50 a month for an assigned spot. And that's where you would get in the back. There's also visitor parking available in there as well. Okay, I'm going to keep going. This is the courtyard I pointed to in the middle of our beautiful community. And this is a great replica of what it truly will look like. We've seen the koi pond here has already, they've started putting the foundation is there, and they're working hard to do the finishing touches. If you have a suite that overlooks the courtyard on the very first level here, which is the 2nd floor though, there will be privacy, there's a barrier here with planting and whatnot, and also between the suites. This area for a suite overlooking is going to be really pretty. So that's the center courtyard with Zen garden and all. This is one of our biggest suites with the southeast view. You can see what the flooring will look like. They've chosen a high quality flooring that is in fact a vinyl plank, but oops, sorry. But they chose it for a variety of reasons, and one was safety, because it's known as one of the best ones for falls, for comfort and making that fall a little bit more tolerable, but it's also sturdy and very attractive. It's a nice looking quality floor. Anyways, keep going here. Ah, the construction update. Well, we have a little video to share with you. Some of you may have seen it on the website, and Gurpreet, I'm sure, is just flinching right now because I forgot to choose the ability to share this properly. Hang in there, everyone. Continue dreaming. I will be right back. Well, that was pretty fast for this techie. I'm going to play this little video for you. When we went on a tour recently, we met with the assistant superintendent who's working on the construction development site. His name is Brian, and he's very positive. And just to give you a heads up, he talks about touring people. But to him, what that meant was when he's outside of the site, bumping into people, he's been able to show them down the lane and in the back what's going on. But honestly, we haven't had any tours yet. We are so excited to be able to do that. But come have a little sneak peek with us.
Seeing it all come together, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
The senior citizens in the area, when they come by our site and asking questions about Wisteria, I'm proud to tell them about what's going on and show them around as much as I can. And the quality of the building is beginning to show through now when we're in the finishing stages. And just the design of the courtyard and the views of Mount Baker and Steveston Park, just unbelievable. On a sunny day in the morning, I admit I sneak up here with my coffee and watch the sunrise, and it is spectacular.
There we go. Well, that being said, that was actually a month ago, and I can tell you that being there recently, you wouldn't even know that you wouldn't believe how much work has gone on. We've got the walls are painted and cabinets are in. Anyways, I want to focus on this and go through it as quickly as possible. This one here actually we'll start with. This is the ground floor. So the top of your screen is north and the left of your screen is west. So we looked at the front entrance when we looked at a previous screen. This is the front door area in the upper left of the screen. You'd come in through that front door, and if you were going to the dining room, if you had guests coming to the dining room, you would go in here where all the seating will be, and this back area is the kitchen, the dining services, where our chef and team will be preparing meals for the day. So that's that area. Here we have 2 public washrooms. Over this way will be lovely seating and a windowed space. Here is the concierge for any questions that you might have. Office spaces are in this area. This is a staircase that goes up to the 2nd level, but I actually made a mistake. No, that's true. Those are the washrooms, sorry. There we go. Okay, good. So we've got elevators here. Sorry, public washrooms are right here. Okay, so you got those elevators, public washrooms, so you can access upstairs, either taking stairs to the 2nd level which is the first level of suites, but there are also some great amenities on the second floor. So first floor goes up that way. Now, if you were to walk down this hallway, you're going to come to, these are meeting rooms, more office space, storage for your exciting activity supplies, things like that will be there. But this area here is the huge amenities space. So all windows looking out to that landscaped area I showed you. And this can be one big space or partitioned into 3. So we'd have an option to have 3 different activities at the same time, you know, depending on what the needs and interests are. And this is just a servery area that we will see how it can be used. Maybe if we're catering to a rental, if you wanted to bring some people in for a party, but that's what that area is, exciting, fun community times and activities. So I'm going back over this way. I'm going to show you, this is the door from the parkade, but that takes you into the common main entrance. But I'm going to take you back out the front door, back out here. Gary's up to the top, Gary Street. But this is parking, remember, and it's also the driveway where you would drive down this way, all the way down to here, and here you drive into the secured underground parkade, where you will find yourself with a parking spot, should that be your thing. There will be scooters parking space available, as well as bicycles. And once we open, there will also be some opportunities for some small storage spaces, should someone be interested in renting that. So that's our first level. I've got to keep moving fast. This is level 2. Now, level 2, 3, and 4 are for our suites. But the second floor is slightly different because it is the access point to the courtyard. And here, if you come up the elevators, which are here, or the stairs, you're going to come to this awesome spot, which is our spa. This is where you can have a haircut or a hair treatment. And we will have estheticians, and you can even book a time to bring a friend in and have a treatment together. Around the corner, we have public washrooms. And this area here, you can access from the courtyard as well as the hallway. This is another space for activities and crafts, get together, different clubs and whatnot with residents. So the second floor also has that. And this is our courtyard space. So you can see when you're thinking of things like choosing a suite, this is the beginning of you taking a look at what the layout will be like. So over to the right is your east facing, north facing at the top. And these suites look into the courtyard. You've got west over this way. Now at the back, these suites face south. You'll notice that there are no inside suites on this south end. Here we have seating areas at windows that overlook the courtyard. And these suites facing south face to the back of our property. And this zigzag space, this is a ramp. So if you happen to be using a walker or a wheelchair, from the second floor, you can get out through the ramp and go back out to our backyard, which is Steveston Park. And there's also a stairway that can take you there as well. So gives you an idea. We have 22 suite layouts in the second, third, and fourth floor. The second floor has 12 accessible suites. 3 of them are 2 bedrooms, and 9 of them are 1 bedrooms. That's on the 2nd floor. For people looking for bathtubs, there are 9 tubs in the building out of the 107 suites, and they are all on the 2nd floor as well. The rest of our bathrooms are walk-in showers with benches. So that kind of gives you an idea. I'm going to go through a few specific floor plans with you, or the layouts, but this gives you an idea of the general layout of each floor, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The 3rd and 4th floor won't have these amenities, but each floor does have some areas for sitting outside of your suite to meet with a friend. So this is our 2nd most common suite. We have 25 1 bedrooms that are 533 square feet. This is the deck. Gives you an idea. As you walk in your front door, you've got your closet. Here's your shower. Bathrooms are a good size. And here's the awesome washer dryer in your own suite. So in the accessible suites, the washer dryer are side by side, and in others, they are stacking. All right. So you can see you're going to have a fridge, freezer. There will be countertop space for those who want to use a single stove top. That's optional, but there will be a microwave in the suite. And of course, your bedroom closet here. There you go. Keep going, Maureen. 490 square feet. This is the most common. So I believe we have 52 of these suites. This is your basic layout. Some might be opposite, but they are 490 square feet. Similarly, you'll come in your front door. You've got your bathroom. You've got a hall closet, sliding doors. I didn't tell you, but we have screens on the sliding doors and the windows. So fresh air from the park can blow in. Lovely. All right. So that's the most common. And hang tight. Here we have a studio. We have 3 studios out of our 107 suites. So there aren't many of them, but this gives you an idea of a studio layout. It too will have a terrace or deck or patio, balcony. Yeah, but washer, dryer, everything's there as well. This is an example of a 2-bedroom suite. The 2 bedrooms range from 737 square feet right up to, we have 3 suites that are 1,020 square feet. But just to give you an idea, you'd come in through the door, you've got your bathroom, you've got a hall closet, space in here for storage by the washer dryer. You've got a closet in your bedroom, of course, and a broad deck space. There you go. So just wanted to give you an example of what some of the layouts will look like. Mentioned before, the monthly rates are most of you have probably seen. Here they are with the ranges of square feet that come. There are 86 1-bedroom suites ranging from 490 to 533 square feet, and 9 are 580 to 713 square feet. So as you're scheming, you know, your needs and interests, you can imagine where most suites will lie in here. Research has shown most people are looking for something like that. Gurpreet and I know some people are downsizing and concerned about their finding space for the items, but we know that where there's a will, there's a way to come into a beautiful community like ours, and we're happy to help people find resources to make that work. But about 2 bedrooms, like I said, there's a square footage, and overall there are 12 accessible suites, which we talked about. So those are your basics. The monthly rates include 3 meals a day, your heat, your hot water. It includes all the activities, the emergency response, concierge services, the wellness department, and more. But other additional fees that you'll be at. Most commonly, people ask about parking, which is $50 a month, and they ask about second occupant, which is $600 a month. So I got to keep going because I've got lots of things I want to show you. I'll tell you a little bit about amenities, services, and features. And a big one we hear about is, are you pet friendly? And we absolutely are. So you can bring your dog or cat or bird. It is subject to approval, but pretty much your canine or animal companions would be welcome at Wisteria Place. So beyond that, for amenities and services that I'd like to share with you, I mentioned earlier, actually, I didn't tell you, we've got a state-of-the-art security system which provides the resident fob, the pendant. There's a geotag feature to track location of residents who might be in distress. We have emergency staff trained and available 24 hours a day to respond to emergencies. We do monthly safety drills. And of course, our staff will be well trained and ready to provide support and service to all of our residents in our community. As far as safety goes, the doors are closed to the public at night and through the night, but all residents will have a fob and be able to come and go as they please and help their guests have access as needed. I did mention the concierge before, and the salon/spa on the second floor, craft spaces, activity spaces, tuck shop for little necessities like toilet paper, Kleenex, gift cards, chocolate bars, because that's a necessity sometimes. Those are kind of our main amenities and services, and we can tell you much more about those another time, but today we really want to get on and talk about what do you need to know when you select your suite or as you prepare for that. So preferences, know them. Suite breakdowns and availability. I'm going to talk about these a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to give you the basic list. The priorities and interest list, I will tell you about. What happens if you change your mind. Refunds are available. Tours will be coming up, but we can't have tours until probably at least April. COVID has put a damper on that, but we have you in mind, and as soon as we can do virtual tours, we'll be doing that for you. We'll also be talking about move-in dates and that schedule and resources that you might need. And then the follow-up calls and Zoom meetings, what those are going to look like. So just so you know, what doesn't come out today in any of these areas, we know the importance of all this. We want to be there for you with all of this. So just know that, like I said, have your questions ready when I stop talking as soon as possible. And know that Gurpreet and I will be available to help you afterwards as well. Deposit timeline and process for Wisteria Place. So as far as this goes, up to February 8th, And honestly, most people on this call have done the majority of this part. This is part one. You're discovering details about Wisteria Place. You're asking the questions that are important to you. If you come to a place where you think you are likely interested in having a suite at Wisteria Place, you should get your name on the interest list if you haven't already. And like I said, most people on this call or in this Zoom session already have, so don't worry about it. But having your name on the list secures your spot in the queue, because we will be contacting people based on the priority of when they first showed interest. And so it's important, if you think you might be, to make sure you contact Gurpreet and I and let us know. And also let us know if you have specific suite needs and preferences. Some people don't. They're flexible. They know they want, for example, a 1-bedroom, and we'll keep you posted about which ones are available when it's your turn to choose. But anyways, the first 3 steps, get those done. The next one is what's happening over the next week to 2 weeks. You will be receiving layout information that is relevant to your needs, your preferences, as well as what is available to you. Because the first thing we will do as we move forward is starting our suite assignment calls. But sorry, I jumped ahead. Being ready for your suite assignment call. Basically, if you've done the top 3 and you receive layout information, you will be ready for your suite assignment call. Now, what is a suite assignment call? We're going to start them on February 8th. We will start by calling people in order that they showed interest. When we call you, we will be giving you the lowdown on what's available. So obviously the first 10 people on the list will have access to the majority of the suites. The only thing that would come into play with that is, for starters, our 2-bedroom suites will be offered to couples. If couples are not showing up or on our interest list for a 2-bedroom suite, a single will be able to take a 2-bedroom. So we will be putting people on a wait list for specific suites. That's one thing that may impact the suites that people can ask for. And another is the accessible suites on the 2nd floor. If you need an accessible suite, you will take priority over someone who doesn't. But otherwise, we will offer you the suites that are available. And so if you happen to be number 50, of course, some of the suites will already be gone. We will call you, we will tell you what's available aligned with your needs and preferences, and we will help you make the best choice for what you are looking for at that time. And Gurpreet and I have been getting to know you well. We've got all of your information logged, and new people coming to us, we will do the same. So that's what's happening with that. Security and damage deposits. So in that department, the deposits are $750. They are refundable. They do secure your suite, and the amount will be kept as a damage deposit after you move in. So should there be damage beyond normal wear and tear, we would deduct the amount to repair it from the damage deposit. But otherwise, that full amount will be returned to you when you move out. Payments for the deposits must be made by e-transfer or check. So that's what's happening with those. If you do end up looking for a refund, just so you know, while we're not open and getting the hang of things, it could take up to a month or so to get the refund, but they are refundable. The third thing to know about when securing and selecting your suite, we do have a relationship with BC Housing, such that we are not subsidized, but our rates are vetted through BC Housing, and therefore there is a requirement to fill out a simple 2-page form, which we will be sending to people on our interest list. You will receive it within the next week or two. And really, it's something that we do out of requirement. Our suites will be allocated and assigned based on priority and not based on need. So that's the main stuff about us. It's our deposit and process. We are very much looking forward to hunkering in and getting this going. Those of you who are further along on the interest list, don't worry. We know what you want. We will hold that in mind. And when it comes to your turn, we'll do our best to meet your needs. And yeah, so I am going to just summarize the next steps for you. We totally recommend, because we are advocates for vibrant living. You've got to take a lovely breath and let yourself dream, and remember self-care when you're considering a move of any sort. And frankly, when you get up in the morning and face a new day, let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves and we're thinking of the positive, exciting pieces. Share and connect. Make sure you're doing that in preparation for community living. Oh, I'm sorry. That little button is in the same place as my slide. So journal and list making. Highly recommend when you're going through a change like this, that you keep your journal going or keep a notepad and keep your lists of what you need to do, what you want to do. And that can really help you stay focused. Preferences, think about, dream, trust, and step into your new possibilities. Forgive me, I keep popping that up. Reach out. So, like I said, Gurpreet and I are here for you. Some of you may decide that community living isn't for you, and we're more than happy to have those conversations too. We consider ourselves and want to be a resource who wants to help people find their best lives. And we know that that can mean very different things. We can tell you about Wisteria Place, but we can tell you about and connect you to other options and resources as well. And if not us, there's other places. Richmond Cares, Richmond Gives has some great connections and services, and some of you belong to different faith communities. Don't hesitate when you're going through a change like this to ask questions and talk and reach out. Oh my goodness, sorry. Daily prioritizing, take time to do that. Same. Join us for our coffee chat connecting, our webinars, fun and information. Somebody asked me this morning about February 4th webinar. Just so you know, the webinars that Optimal Living puts together and really strives to offer great webinars with some leading information and professionals and wisdom presenting. Those are available at different times. So if you miss the initial screenings, they are available after the fact. So don't worry if you have appointments, you can always see it another time. Remember to breathe and enjoy. Everybody right now, let's breathe and enjoy. So I'm hoping you have some questions. And here's a couple little things to look forward to. February 11th, Coffee Chat is a double feature. We're talking about Happy Chinese New Year and Ain't Love Sweet. So close to Valentine's Day. For the Ain't Love Sweet part, we are asking those of you who want to share a picture or a story for the coffee chat, a short, sweet love story, send it to Gurpreet or I, and we'll share it. And if you want to, you could share it at our February 11th coffee chat. And to us, a love story could be something with you and your dog or your neighbor or your long time partner or whatever works for you. We want to hear about love and share some positive, uplifting stories. I'm almost done with that button. Can't believe they're in the same spot. Another thing to look forward to, February 18th, our first senior Zoom fitness class for Wisteria Place, led by Richmond's Lynn Walters. She's been out at some of our coffee chats. Okay, we're going to start with a chair yoga class, but honestly, even if you're more advanced with your fitness, come on out and let's try it together. She really aims to make it work for people who are more comfortable sitting in a chair and have more mobility challenges, right up to those who have none or very few. So come on out and let's have some fun. She definitely makes her classes fun. All right, thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you soon. Here's some views out of suites, and can't wait. Over here in the top one, look what you can see. That's a northwest view. You're looking at the North Mountains. So the first question was how many people on the interest list? And if any of you have looked at other communities as well, for all communities, that's a challenging question because it doesn't realistically represent. But let me tell you this much. Right now, Gurpreet and I have over 200 people who have showed interest. What we do know is that more of that 200 aren't ready or interested in moving in when we open. We know that some haven't yet told us that they do for sure. Like there's so many different factors that will come in, including what kind of suites people want. But the truth is, over 200 have showed interest. That's that question. Now, what was the second part, Karen? How many people? I'm going to pull up that chat box myself. So interested in 2-bedroom suites. How long is the timing to take to confirm? So that's a little bit of an unknown. We have a hope that we can get through in a month the 200 people who we have. So next week, the top 10, for example, will have a chance to think about their options, and they will need to start on February 8th to make a decision about their suite. And we will start going through that as quickly as we can. We will give people 2 days, once we know they have everything they need, to consider the best suite for themselves. And when we talk to them, we will give them the suites that are available after we've moved through. But we won't be having conversations in depth about the suites. We can tell you generally, but we won't have in-depth conversations about what will be available for you until we are closer to your place in the priority list, because honestly, we're not sure how the 22 are going to flow and who will take what. But we are committed to work as fast as we can. We know people need to sell houses in some cases. Different things are happening. So we're here to support you as best we can, and we will move as quickly and efficiently as we can.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'll Let you go there, Maureen. Had another question here. Says are all utilities included?
Yes, all utilities are included. So no worries about that. Yeah. Now, the
And
difference
we'll have
is you'd be responsible for your own telephone and cable and internet, although there will be internet in the building for general use. And we are working out an arrangement for that. I have heard that there's going to be an incentive for the first year, but I'm waiting on those specific details, but there will minimally be a cost reduction in the first year for that.
when do you expect move-in time?
Okay, so we're expecting people to move in June, July. I'll tell you right now that other communities who are opening at this time, we are needing to abide by the provincial health regulations due to COVID. Looks like right now it's 2 per day. So as we get closer to the move-in time, we will establish a schedule and work it out, and people's lease agreements will be in effect on the day that they move in, on the day that we can schedule their move in.
Awesome. And do you have an additional pet deposit?
Yeah, good question. There will be a pet deposit, and we actually haven't discussed that, but I know a common amount is $1,000, and it is basically just a larger damage deposit, and you would get that back as long as there's no beyond normal wear and tear damage to your suite or the property.
Awesome. Next question is accessibility for wheelchair and walker?
Yes, it's for either or. Yeah. Yeah.
Another question I have here is, can you please show us a layout of suites with bathtubs?
Ah, I don't know if I can do that right now. So if you're the people who asked that question, if you don't mind, make sure we have your contact information and we'll get that to you.
Perfect.
Anybody
Yeah.
who wants that. Yeah.
And if we are near the bottom of the list, do you have a feel of how long it will take to hear back?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we would love it to be within a month of February 8th, but on it, I'm afraid to promise because I'm not sure. God willing, we're going to move through that quickly. Same time, we don't totally want to rush people, but I'm going to say by sometime in March at the latest.
And do you know if it's Shaw or TELUS that we're going to be using?
I believe we're with TELUS.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But I have reassurance that if you're with Shaw, two things. One, we will be able to arrange the porting of your longtime phone number. And two, we will be able to help you make that transition smooth.
awesome. Another question I have here are all suites suitable for someone using a walker?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And another question I have is, if I move in, can my daughter stay for overnight?
You betcha. So your suite is your suite. If there were long-term stays going on, we would work out an agreement. And we also, one of our suites will be a guest suite. So yes, your family can stay in your suite. And yes, we will have a guest suite at a reasonable rate, depending on if you want meals and whatnot. But yes, for sure, we encourage family visiting and staying.
Awesome. Next question I have here is, are we able to furnish however we want on walls?
So I'm going to go at a broader thing with that. If you want to make alterations that would impact the structure or whatnot, then we just ask you to let us know, and our building services department would talk to you about how we can do that most efficiently and safely. And when you move out, depending on what alterations are made, you may be required to change it back to its original state. at your own cost. Yeah.
Any 2-bathroom units?
Yes. Oh, no, sorry. I thought you meant something else. No, we don't have 2 bathrooms. So our suites all have 1 bathroom. They're spacious, but yes, good question.
Great. And does anybody else have any questions at this time? Oh, I have another one here that says, are 3 meals fixed rate and can you only take 2 meals a day at a reduced rate?
Okay, great question. As it stands, we are all inclusive, and interesting, I haven't heard that one. We will, so let me tell you this. We want to hear what people want, and that's a part of how we see the community functioning. As it stands, our meals are all included, and we are set up to offer it that way. And that's something we could consider, but right now it's all included.
And I have another question here is, will attendance be tracked for meals, etc.?
Interesting question. The intention, not sure what you're thinking of, but we will monitor, make sure people are showing up for meals. So that's a bit of a safety check too. So if someone didn't show up, we would be following up to make sure they were okay. We would ask people to let us know if they weren't going to be there for that reason. So that's what we would do about that. People will be able to let us know in advance and have a bagged lunch, for example, if they're heading out, as long as we have advance notice. Go ahead.
Okay. And one question I have here is, will building be staffed 24/7?
Yes, we will have someone in the building 24/7 and always somebody trained in emergency response.
Awesome. And I have here is, what time will breakfast, lunch, and supper be? Are there snack times?
Okay, so things like snack times we are working on, that's evolving. The meals themselves, we will have a range of time, and you will probably have some flexibility in that. It's always kind of fun trying to figure that out, what fits the community. We will be listening to our community, but there will be a range of time for all 3 meals. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And I have another question here is, if 2 bedrooms are spoken for, but someone changes their mind, and they've already been passed, do they
Yes.
have an opportunity to say yes again?
So absolutely. And this is what I want to say to that. One, when you select your suite, you can also put your name down as a backup for other suites. We will have an internal wait list. You can move into one suite, and if you decide you want to put your name on the internal wait list for another suite, you would take priority over people who weren't in the community. Yes. I know we're getting close for time.
Yeah.
So what I would say to that is, you've been a great group listening. I hope I covered most of what you need, but like I said at the beginning, please feel free to contact Gurpreet and I, and we will keep you posted as it goes along. So you'll know when your turn's going to come and all of that. Gurpreet, in wrap up, is there anything else you want to add before we close?
I just wanted to say that I wanted to first and foremost just thank everybody for joining us today. And if you have this is your first time joining us or getting in touch with hearing from myself or Maureen, we have our contact information just right above us on right behind our screen here. So please get in touch with us. Give us your name, your number, give us a call and we can chat if you have any additional questions. And if you aren't on our list, also please do give us a call so we can do that for you as well. I think that's about it. I hope to see you all join our upcoming coffee chats. They are going to be fairly fun and exciting, and we're excited to ring in Chinese New Year. And yeah, so Kankei Fat Choi, I want to say, right?
Yeah, there you go. We have to practice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I second that, Gurpreet. Thank you everyone for coming in, and thank you for giving Gurpreet and I this community that's actually becoming real for us. It's so exciting. Wish you all the best as you do your dreaming and prepping for potential new home in our community.
Of course.
So take care, everybody.
Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.